We don't like talking to cameras. We don't like locking onto trucks. We don't like this sort of stuff. We're only being pushed into this position because we just feel so frightened about what we're going to be facing in future generations.
We'd had a survey done in Gill where 98% said no.
This area here, there's been 3.2 million hectares surveyed. 96% said they categorically do not want this industry.
Entire shows, entire areas people have said, no, you are making a big mistake. Don't do this.
The community has looked at the practical reality of a mature coal seam gas industry in Queensland, in the United States, and they've said no. This industry does not have a social licence. Those practical farmers out in northwest New South Wales who know their soil, know their environment, know their community, know the way the Great Artesian Basin works, know that this industry is a massive risk.
What we've seen in New South Wales are licences cancelled and brought back. We've seen it go down from 60% of the state covered down to what they say is 5%. And what's left is all of the Santos land. So we're feeling very alone out here. Why are we being sacrificed for an unnecessary industry?
Generations of families here have, toiled 7 days a week in the most amazing conditions. They're the backbone of this country that have provided food for a growing nation.
We hear on the radio people like Ian Macfarlane saying that the Pilliga's goanna country, which is almost trying to condone the activity out there. But we see it differently. We see that the Pilliga forest is a recharge zone for the Great Artesian Basin.
Santos had this great vision for our whole northwest. When they first came and started doing seismic testing, I remember that first meeting, they told us there could be up to 40,000 wells here on the Liverpool Plains.
The only thing that's stopping them is the magnificent fortitude, preparedness to stay in this battle for a long time that you see from many of the landowners around the country. I can't believe what I see, for example, in northwestern New South Wales.
The fight it's horrendous. It occupies all their time. It's insidious.
The farm is a very hard mistress. She demands our work all the time, and for something like this to sideswipe us is pretty hard to cope with.
It's not a struggle to fight it because we must, but we make sacrifices to be in that fight.
I feel for the farmers. They're the backbone of the country.
The community knows the most about the land. They know the most about the water, they know the most about the soils, they know the most about the rainfalls, they know the most often about the geology as well. They often know a good deal more than the miner could ever know with a 7,000-page EIS.
7,000 pages, I mean that's bigger than War and Peace. Really? I sit in meetings here and virtually everyone's got tertiary qualifications. We had a meeting with Tony Windsor, we had a barrister, we had 2 accountants, 2 nurses, a soil scientist, a surveyor, a rural scientist, and some people that run some very successful agri-businesses. So the idea that we're uneducated is a myth. Why should a community not be able to stand up and say, listen, this doesn't suit us, this doesn't fit what we do, so back off and go away?
These are people's lives we're talking about. This is their business, this is their home.
This is bigger than just the effect on a farm or on a region. This is an industry which is going to have a terribly deleterious effect on the country as a whole.
When communities get themselves organised, they can do incredible things.
I'd like to think that our grandchildren and great-grandchildren would look back and think that their forebears cared so much about this that they were not frightened to stand up.
In most of history, the protesters have always been right, whether it was in Gandhi's day or protesting about the Iraqi war or suffragettes who were at the turn of the century in England. All those protests turned out to be right. And so that is something that sticks in my mind, that maybe history will judge us as being right, and hopefully they won't destroy all this beforehand.